Every morning, when you get out of bed, do you ever notice your knee hesitates for just a moment? It's not sharp pain, not exactly. More like a familiar stiffness, dry, tight, uncomfortable. And here's the important part. That feeling doesn't come from age alone. It often begins deep inside the joint itself, where something essential is missing, something that keeps it moving smoothly, day after day. And let me be very honest with you. Many joint pains are not caused by a lack of medication. They happen because the joint is being undernourished. The joint space slowly dries out. It's lacking lubrication. It's like a door hinge that hasn't been oiled in years. Every movement squeaks, grinds, and feels uncomfortable. There's a fact most people don't realize. Cartilage has no direct blood supply. It doesn't get nourished the way your heart or liver does. It survives on joint fluid, absorbs slowly, little by little. And when the body becomes dehydrated, when drinking water turns into something rushed and careless, when we drink just to hit a number, not to truly nourish the joints, the cartilage slowly becomes brittle, like a cracker left out in the sun. At that point, one rushed movement getting up, one awkward sit-down, can quietly damage the joint without you even realizing it. But please don't worry. There are very simple things anyone can do. In the next part, I'll show you how to drink water to nourish your joints. Not just drink more. How to prepare a golden drink the right way, based on basic biology. And how to figure out the right amount of water for your body, not a one-size-fits-all rule. If you want your legs to keep supporting you steadily in the years ahead, I invite you to stay with me and keep listening. You know, I meet many people who walk into my clinic with a look of quiet regret on their face, and they almost always say the same thing. Doctor, I did exactly what people told me. Ginger, honey, apple cider vinegar every morning, but my knee still hurts. When I hear that, I usually smile. Not because they did everything wrong, but because they're unintentionally ruining the very thing they believe is helping them. Right there, in their own familiar kitchen, many people pour boiling hot water straight onto honey and apple cider vinegar, without realizing that they've just cooked away the most valuable parts inside. At that point, what you're drinking is just mildly sour, mildly sweet water. Easy to swallow, but no longer strong enough to truly nourish a knee joint, worn down by years of use. So, how do we do it the right way? Honestly, it's not hard at all. I usually guide my patients using a very simple method. I like to call it 2 temperature stages. First, place a few slices of fresh ginger into a cup, then pour in truly hot, boiling water. At this stage, the heat is important. It wakes up the ginger's essential oils, spreads warmth through the body, almost like opening the pathway for circulation to begin. Just cover the cup and wait a few minutes, giving the ginger time to release its best qualities. And this is exactly where many people rush and get it wrong. Do not add the honey and apple cider vinegar right away. Let the cup cool until it feels warm and comfortable in your hand, no longer hot or harsh. Only then do you add the apple cider vinegar and honey. Stir gently and sip it slowly. I often tell my patients this. Waiting those few minutes isn't being fussy. It's about preserving the life inside your drink. The right temperature and how to drink it to truly support your joints. Honey and apple cider vinegar are very sensitive to high heat. When the temperature gets too hot, the natural enzymes and beneficial compounds are destroyed. When prepared the right way, ginger provides warmth and opens the pathway. Apple cider vinegar helps clear out unwanted waste. And honey acts like a thin layer of oil, helping the joints move more smoothly. But all of this only works properly when the temperature is close to your body temperature, not too hot and never rushed. As for how to drink it, I usually recommend having it in the morning, after you wake up, while your stomach is still empty. Take small sips. Think of it as giving your body time to receive it. not forcing it to change all at once. And I want to be honest with you. So expectations stay realistic. Don't expect your knee pain to disappear in just a few days. In the first few days, you may only notice small changes. A warmer feeling in your stomach, a lighter feeling in your body, and mornings that feel just a bit more comfortable. That's actually a very good sign. If you stay consistent for a few weeks, your joints will begin to thank you with easier, lighter steps. Not because of any miracle, but because this time you're giving your joints what they truly need. You know, there's something I repeat to my patients again and again, yet many people still tend to overlook it. Something that's good, if used by the wrong person or in the wrong way, can easily backfire. I've seen quite a few cases like this over the years. People hear that something is good for the joints and jump right into it, forgetting that the body is more than just one joint, that there's also the stomach, the kidneys, and underlying systems that may already be fragile. And in those situations, what was meant to be supportive can quietly turn into a burden on the body instead. Adjusting for the stomach and kidneys, using it in a way that feels gentle, not forced. For those of you who often struggle with stomach discomfort, I usually suggest slowing things down just a bit. Apple cider vinegar can be helpful, but more is not better. Half a teaspoon is usually more than enough. And please, remember this from me. Don't take it on a completely empty stomach. A small piece of bread or a light bowl of oatmeal beforehand can make a big difference in how your stomach feels. I also often suggest adding a thin slice of fresh turmeric, along with the ginger. Turmeric acts like a soft, protective layer, helping shield the lining of the stomach. If you drink it and feel warmth, comfort, and no burning sensation, that's a clear sign. You're doing it the right way, not pushing your body to endure. For those who have kidney concerns, I'm even more cautious. Apple cider vinegar contains potassium, and potassium requires the kidneys to do extra work. So, for this group, only a very small amount is needed. Just a few drops for taste is plenty, and it doesn't need to be taken every day. Every other day is sufficient, and most importantly, listen closely to how your body responds. Knowing when to stop, and how to hydrate your joints the right way. If you start feeling more tired, or notice even mild swelling, that's your cue to stop right away. I often tell my patients this: taking care of your joints is important, but it should never come at the cost of weakening your internal organs. Now let me add something else that many people tend to misunderstand. Don't assume that one glass of golden water in the morning means you've done enough for your joints. Your joints need hydration throughout the entire day. At the same time, I see many people doing the opposite. They try to drink a large amount of water all at once, just to get it over with. Chugging a whole liter in one go doesn't make your joints healthier. It only forces your kidneys to work overtime. In medical practice, we often estimate daily water needs based on body weight. On average, about 40 milliliters per kilogram. For example, around 110 pounds right pointing arrow, roughly 2 liters per day. Around 165 pounds right pointing arrow, close to 3 liters. But I want to emphasize something very important. It's not the number that matters most, it's how you drink it. Drinking water the right way to nourish your joint fluid. I usually suggest something very simple to my patients. Break your daily water intake into smaller portions, about half a cup at a time. Sip slowly, not all at once, and try to sit still while you drink. When you hydrate gradually throughout the day, your joint fluid has time to rehydrate and regain its elasticity. And it's that patience that helps your joints move smoothly year after year. If you found today's conversation helpful, you can tap like to let me know I'm heading in the right direction. And if someone in your family or close circle is dealing with joint pain, feel free to share this video with them. It might be exactly what they need right now. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. I wish you a gentle, comfortable day, and I'll see you again in the next video.